Hello everyone, my name is Samir Iqbal and I will be presenting Chapter 8 Redesign from the book Fundamentals of Business Process Management. This chapter explores how organization thinks about improving their processes to boost performance and making them faster, more efficient, and more flexible. Um So the agenda that we will be covering, I will walk you through the significance of redesign, covering its fundamental concepts and key methodologies such as Lean, Six Sigma, and BPR. Finally, we will like highlight the essential takeaways from this as well. So first of all, we will start with the importance of redesign. Processes naturally becomes ineffective over time, a phenomena called organization entropy. Rules pile up systems. So the rules are like system uh, piles up system to get outdated and unnecessary steps remain. Process redesign help organizations remove waste, response to customer expectations, and use new technology effectively. Some redesign is reactive, some are fix broken processes, other time it seeks proactive, seeking innovation and seeking innovation from like the employees or other like the people who work in the company have a say in it and they will like help the companies or help themselves succeed in that. Then this is like ultimately driven by the organization itself. Why it is essential? So redesign means changing how work gets done. It involves adjusting activities, their sequences, and the people involved. The information or technology supporting them. According to the book, redesign touches six elements. The six elements are customer, operation, information, technology, organization, and environment. The goal is a process that's better aligned with the organization's strategy, and the customer's value. I even have a diagram over here which tells us like how this works, which is like there's process redesign. You have to consider the customer. You have to then consider the information. You have elements as technology. Then there's stakeholder engagement, which is like the organization. Then there's the environment, and that makes up the six uh, elements. In this slide, it's called the Devil's Quadrangle. The diagram over here, this model basically shows us four main performance goals. The first goal is time, cost, quality, and flexibility. So it works as if improving one dimension can hurt another, reduce time may rise cost. These are like directly dependent on each other. If you're increasing time, cost will increase. If you lower quality, cost will lower, but maybe flexibility or reliability decreases. If we are, so what I'm trying to say here is This concept explain us is that reducing time may raise the cost or lower the quality. So every redesign involves balancing of trades. Successful redesign finds the right balance. So that's important over here is that we need to find a balance. We need to find the balance and an equilibrium is formed among the four to fit the company's priorities. Some companies want prioritize cost and time. Some will prioritize other aspects such as uh, the quality and flexibility. So that depends on the company as well. And basically, this is like this like concept is basically used for balancing and like emphasize the need for a hostile approach to business process management. Next slide, we are going to talk about the approach to redesign. So there is not one perfect way to redesign a process. The book describes redesigning using what the redesign orbit, which maps three key dimensions. The first is ambiguity. Am, the first is ambiguation, whether the redesign is small or incremental, like the transactional method or radical and transformative. The second one is natural. The natural one is whether it's analytically based on data and structure or creative based on brainstorming and design thinking. The third is prospective, whether it's forced internally. So if someone comes, a new management change comes and they want to change the whole structure, this was the third one where they will fit. It will be whether it's forced internally or specifically or externally on customer innovation. Like um, the company is changing because they have pressure from stakeholders or like internally or externally. It depends. Understanding where your project sits in this orbit helps you pick the most effective one for your organization or for your goal. So the first one we'll cover is the first methodology. We discussed like two back there, two approaches to redesign. The first one is transactional. So the overview of the transactional one is transactional methodology focuses on increment improvement. They refine existing processes rather than rebuilding them. So it's not, they will use processes that are already there, they will improve on them and we should try to rebuild them. The common ones over here comes lean, it's like eliminate waste and maximize customer value. Then there's Six Sigma, where like use data to minimize variation and defects. This one is aimed to reducing defects and improving process quality. Then there's TOC, the theory of constraints, which me is to address, locate and remove bottlenecks. These analytical methods improve effectiveness, quality step by step without major disruptions inside the organization or inside a singular process. Next, we will talk about transformational redesign methodology explained. Transformational redesign aims to break through change. It reimagines the process from scratch. Whatever you were doing, it pushes it away, and a new process is made, a new process emerged through this. Uh, in this, the leading methodology is business process redesign, which is called which is short for BRP. This principle was developed by Michael Hammer. His principle do not automatically automate what you can eliminate. So other transformational approaches include NESTT, which is navigate, expand, strength, turn, and take off, which encourages creativity and workshops. Then there is design-led innovation, which focuses on emotion and customer experience values. Uh, there's one other which is called product-based design, where views process as information factors centered on an output. Now, here's to see redesign in action. Consider Ford Motors. We will take Ford's example over here. The company underwent re-engineering. The example is their account payable process used to require three departments to match invoice manually. So this was like HR. This is an example. For example, they had three different departments which were needed to match invoices, and this was done in the payroll. So you can imagine how in uh, ineffective this was. It was a long process and it took time. So they considered redesigning it. If the purchase order and the receipt match, the payment was automatically, not invoice needed simply. So it was a purchase order and the receipt that came match. The payment was automatic, no invoice needed. That simply yet reduced uh, change cut staff by 70%, reduce cycle time dramatically. It is a classic example of how transformative redesign creates major performance gains. Here we will talk how transformative and transactional redesign compares. The first we will consider the aspects, changes, force, and examples. So the first aspect will be for the transactional. It will be incremental, effective, and examples will be Lean, Six Sigma, 7FE. For transformative, it will be radical, innovative, BPRNESTT, and redesign lead. Transactional, so basically transactional methodologies are safer. Transactional methodologies are safer and ongoing. Transformative or transformational methodologies are bold, they disturb. They are in such a way that they are meant to be loud. Both are essential tools in process management. Choose based on the scope and the risk of tolerance. Like it depends on the client how much risk they want to take. To wrap up, process redesign systematically improve performance. Balancing time, cost, quality, and flexibility is crucial. Using transactional methodologies for grade improvement, transformational methodologies for breakthrough changes, create creative frameworks like 7FE brings teams innovations, while analytical tools like Six Sigma brings excellency and stability. Thanks, thank you all for watching. I hope this gives you a clear view of how process redesign strengthens an organization.